It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. I said I'm A-Town finest, so put my game down, grinding. Was on them Greyhounds trying to get out of state. My assignment was hit the stage at a college, encourage kids that could do it. Told them how to reach greatness, some days you must be secluded. On my own shit, hang up the phone shit, they on some clown shit. I'm David, I stay with a stone for cracking your dome with. Play me, I come to your home and ring your alarm. Bitch, I'm crazy, this ain't just a song. Quit raising your tone, prick. I'm that nigga that number one spot, nobody can't top, I ain't even got dropped though. Big dog gon' run in my block, got the blade on chop, eat nigga like nacho. Rent do nigga sell like rock, move bass, I not do me like Rocco. Spend a bitch, she say I'm guapo. No money, I say no hablo, no English. My screenplay, try to get stretched out like Bengay. Don't call me, let you and your friend on the line, try to put it on three-way. I'm Green Bay, I'm about my cheese, nigga run up the check like relay. Got leeway, I flip my style like I'm a lucha libre. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be picking up on Megan Thee Stallion and Moulin Rouge, okay? So, just the last couple days, we've been seeing great updates about Megan, sold out shows, ticket sales going through the roof, people having an amazing time at the show on Broadway. Megan performing even her own songs on stage as Zietler from Moulin Rouge. She did interviews last week talking about how much fun she's having and also talking about how much work it was, because she said, during those interviews, she was like, this is my one day off and I'm here with y'all doing these interviews, you know what I mean? And basically, it just goes to show you just how hard she's been working. Of course, Broadway is not no walk in the park. You know what I mean? When it comes to Broadway, you're doing multiple shows daily. You know what I mean? This ain't no one-time thing. Oh, we just going to see you tonight. They really be up and at it. So now, last night, we get updates saying that during the show, Megan actually was escorted off the stage. Security shut down the building and all this different type of stuff. Lauren LaRosa put this update out there, by the way. Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. And there seemed to be a lot of confusion in the room. After that, we got Kellen, who is, of course, a part of Megan's glam squad. Keep her laced. You know what I mean? He put out a tweet asking for her fans and the hotties to keep Megan in their prayers. So this was like really strange news, because it's like, damn, what the fuck is going on? What happened? Is she going to be all right? Like, what is really the issue, right? Today, Megan came out and gave people an update, let everyone know that, although there was a scare, she is good. She will be back on stage tomorrow. But let's walk through this situation to get as much details as I possibly can, okay? So as previously stated, Lauren LaRosa came to the internet last night. She says, came to see Meg Thee Stallion on Broadway, and that was short-lived. The few opening scenes I saw her in, she was great on stage. I was excited, but they just stopped Moulin Rouge mid-show, apologized to the audience, and said, stay inside and seated. I asked security if we're safe. They told us, quote unquote, for now, we'll update you if anything changes. Now, I found this to be a very interesting tweet last night, because the way it was put out, it seemed like everybody could have possibly been in danger. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all received that same thing as me, but I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like how this tweet was written. Just straight up. I ain't gonna hold no punches. I like Lauren LaRosa. I'm not as a staunch supporter of her as I was when she first got with Breakfast Club. A couple little things have, reshaped some of my perspective, but I still fuck with her. But the whole came to see Meg Thee Stallion on Broadway and that was short-lived, that already put a little interesting twist on it. Then she says, the few opening scenes I saw, she was great on stage. I was excited, but they just stopped Moulin. It just seemed like this was written for drama. You know what I mean? Then the whole stay inside and seated to me, that made it seem like they took her off stage to protect her safety from a potential attack on the building, or somebody was in the crowd causing a problem, or maybe there was a crazed, deranged individual in this motherfucker backstage that was doing some weird shit. You know what I mean? Like, stay inside and seated. The security talking about something. Y'all are safe for now. We'll update you if anything changes. I was like, what the fuck going on out in New York? Are we under attack? What the shit? So then she does a follow-up, and I got 2.6 million views. She does a follow-up. She says, Moulin Rouge, I don't even think that's how it's spelled, on Broadway has removed Meg Thee Stallion for the night. No explanation as to why. Announcement just came on in the theater. They have removed Meg Thee Stallion from the show as Zietler for the rest of the night. Her part was replaced by a black male actor. I'll get his info because he's amazing. We are safe. Show is continuing on without Megan Thee Stallion. So she was the one that broke this news. Meg was taken off stage. They brought a black male actor in. I forget homeboy's name, but I saw in Megan's interviews that she was praising this black man about how good he was doing as well, and bringing personality to the role, which actually inspired her to be able to bring her own personal twist and flavor to the role. So I'm sure it's probably the same person. Okay. But that first tweet was like, what the hell? So then Kellen comes out, who's always with Megan, of course, because he's, you know, her, what is he, hairstylist or stylist? One or the other. He says, everyone say a prayer for Megan. We are all at the hospital. So from there, that's when things get even more intensified. You know what I mean? You got Lauren LaRosa coming out. She's putting an update out saying Megan got taken off the stage. You know, niggas is weird. Shit is weird. The security talking about some y'all safe for now. The whole shit. Then he comes out and he's like, say a prayer for Megan. So now I'm sure this probably took people from worried to completely anxious. Like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Say a prayer? What happened? You know what I mean? So I wish he would have, probably held back on this request and just kind of stayed locked in with Megan rather than putting this out, because we already had the Lauren LaRosa shit. So those things coupled together, man, didn't look good. So then we get this update directly from Megan Thee Stallion on Instagram just 3 hours ago, where she gives everybody an update about her health. So she says, last night was a real wake-up call for me. I've been pushing myself past my limits lately, running on empty, and my body finally said enough. It honestly scared me. I thought I was going to faint on stage. I really tried to push through my performance, but I just couldn't. Hotties, I want to be real with y'all because you mean everything to me and I hate letting y'all down. I just need one day to rest, reset, and take care of myself the way I should have been. I'll be right back on that stage Thursday, stronger, clearer, and ready to give you 100% the way you deserve. Thank you for always riding with me and loving me through everything. Okay? So Megan came out. She let everybody know that overall she's okay. She's in good spirits. But she basically had a case of exhaustion just creep up on her on stage. She wanted to push through. She wanted to finish out her commitment, but who knows? Could be dehydration. It could be a mix of anything. Maybe not even sleeping, being on, because everybody doesn't have the experience of performing, right? But when you're performing, when you turn on, that is an adrenaline rush. That adrenaline rush can keep you up way past the time that you need to be up. Because typically you're really supposed to be getting rest, you know what I'm saying? Staying hydrated, making sure you're eating at all the right times. You know what I mean? You wanna keep yourself completely regulated to the best way as possible in order to perform the best way possible. But unfortunately, we're talking about a big star here. She's on Broadway, the bright lights, the fans' reaction, everybody's cheering her on. She's having an amazing time. It's a new experience for her, which also is probably contributing to that adrenaline rush as well. So who knows how she's pushing herself, making sure that she's hitting her lines, making sure that she's on point day in, day out, every act, every scene, and not just going through the motions, but like really hitting it, living and embodying this character. Um, I can only imagine what that's been like. You know what I mean? And coming right back out to do it again and staying on point, because Broadway again, it is a grueling effort from those actors. You know what I'm saying? Megan is a star, so she's just inserting herself into it and putting herself into that grind. But those actors that really live that shit day in, day out, that shit is grueling. That shit is real. A lot of them are underpaid for the amount of work that goes into it. Shit is shit. It ain't no small potatoes, man. You know what I mean? And then putting yourself in that while still maintaining businesses, other entities, um, outside of being on stage. She's trying to finish up an album. She says she's gonna actually wrap up the album once she's, you know, gotten a hold on this or completed. But she's got so much other shit on her plate. Um, Coming into this, she was getting she said she was getting all the features that she wanted for Act 3 and all this type of stuff. So who knows when the last time she really got a real solid good night's rest. You know what I mean? Just straight through, because she's out here performing for the fans. So I'm glad that she's taking this time, but I do hate the fact that she's only taking 1 day to rest and recover. I wish, she would at least take 2 to 3 days, come back for the weekend. I don't know how they do the show on weekends or what have you. I don't know what the contract looks like, you know, in terms of how many days you can miss before you start uh getting into breach of contract territory and stuff like that too. That also is a very key piece of the conversation that we just don't have access to. But I hope that she absolutely does everything in her power to you know, get back on track and set up those necessary boundaries in her schedule to where she's not overworking, overdoing it. You know what I mean? And when I say overworking, I don't mean that anybody's making her do anything, because some people out there are a little bit interesting in their trains of thought. I've seen people out there is like, oh yeah, Rock Nation is making her do this and do that and do this and do that just to make back that money they put into her. What money? What money? She's not signed to Rock Nation. We ain't got to do this. This is stuff that she is electing to do. She says the next major task that she wants to tackle is Hollywood, like a movie. So these are her own goals, her own ideas. These are things that she wants to execute on. She clearly is about her business. You don't see too many people out there with as many deals, endorsements, partnerships, commercials, appearances as Megan Thee Stallion. And mind you, for the last 2 years, she's been doing it independently. Now she's 100% independent, even without the infrastructure of Warner. So what money is she recovering other than what she wants in her motherfucking bank to pass down for her family? But even with that being stated, she has to remember that you gotta take care of yourself in order to enjoy it, in order to even multiply. You gotta be in a good position. You gotta be of sound mind. You gotta be present. You gotta be able to show up. But I do appreciate Megan coming out and giving people the update. She didn't have to. She could have sat back and just got herself together and then just let the people know, I'm back on stage today, blah, blah, blah. But she decided to let the folks know, hey, I'm good. Um, but I do gotta put some limitations on what it is that I'm trying to do all at once. Again, like I said the other day when I covered her interview, she was like, "This is my 1 day off." They get 1 day off. And if you're still working on that 1 day off, it's going to be tough to keep up. Good thing is, it's not something more severe. It's not something more serious. It's not something that's going to keep her off the stage for an extended period of time. It's not going to deter her from anything else that she has on her board, on her agenda. So I'm glad for that. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Much love and respect. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace. It's Nolan. Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built. I had to